wash them down there, but this is the lowest tide I think I've ever been here at. Oh, there's a nice steamer.
Put it in your bucket.
Thank you. So, Rosie Cayou here, Rosie Cayou-James, is going to show us how to dig clams, because I've been digging clams for years, but Rosie's been digging clams for a lifetime, and she knows not only how to find them and how to dig them, but how to make sure that those clams can keep being here on this beach, and comes from a long line of Samish clam diggers. It's an important way that people have been feeding their families here in the islands and around for forever. So we're down at Mud Bay, which has rich clam beds, and I think this is the first time that Rosie's dug here at Mud Bay. And so she's starting to dig here for butter clams and steamer clams. And we're lucky because Mud Bay is one of the places where the water's still clean enough that we can safely dig butter clams. Rosie, you want to tell us anything about your tool there?
Tool here is the size my dad used. And the tool was also made from yew wood from my ancestors. He could no longer find the yew wood. He started using one like this here. You'll see the spades in the garden are really big spades. This is special. This was Dad's style. He didn't like to take any more than he was going to use. He loved taking just what he needed, and needed what he took.
There's a nice clam, right? Oh, there's a little tiny baby cockle.
You like to eat cockles?
That one's too small.
Why is it too small?
Oh, because I cut them up and make chowder out of them.
Well, you can put them in with the steamer too, but you can let them grow. Here's one.
There's a thing. Oh, that's a manila.
Is it?
Yeah, so there's planted clams on this beach too.
There's what?
Planted clams. I don't know who put them here, but at some point somebody put manila clams here.
Oh, why would they do that?
I don't know, because there's lots of steamers and lots of butters. And down deeper there's lots of horse clams.
Is there?
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a baby. So you were talking about why you don't refill the holes, and this baby clam just reminded me of it.
I don't refill this hole because, here you go. Because once you unearth anything that's alive, let it find its way back. Because if you take this here and bury it back up, you're burying him unnatural.
Eat them on pasta.
Yeah.
There's a perfect size butter for you.
Another one right there.
So this is about the right size for half shell.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you do if you wanted to dry these?
You know what? If I still had Grandma's old wood stove, I would, or Grandpa's old smoker. I would put him on a cedar stick and put him in the old smoker.
So you'd steam them open first?
Yeah.
And then put them on a stick?
There it is.
You got it. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Well, your method is more efficient than mine. I find a good hole and I look for one clam and then I just dig around it, but you're getting a lot more.
See, the reason why you go a certain place If you can't get in, you move over here.
Right.
Because what I'm doing here is I'm loosening that up right there too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. That one?
Yep.
Show.
Huge.
Oh, beautiful one.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Look at this guy. He's waiting for your freezer.
He is. That's a beautiful clam.
People think clams can get away from you, but they can't.
Butter clams definitely can't.
Well, their siphon can reach this high, and it may be that deep, but he can't.
They can't go any further than that. No.
That one right there.
Oh. Yep. Ooh, do you see this baby clam? Oh, that's a beauty.
Yeah. And those are the kind, if I bury him,
It's not going to
the
come
earth
back up.
on him,
Yeah.
So if I throw the earth back on him, he can't turn himself around.
You have the magic touch, Rosie. Experience, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, we've learned that Rosie has a much more efficient technique with her. It would have been a yew wood fork, but this metal and wood fork works beautifully. And that when you harvest carefully and don't rebury the baby clams, you're much more likely to have sustainable clam harvesting for many years to come. And what else do we learn, Rosie?
The holes.
Right, so yeah, you don't want to, if you can, you don't want to bury the baby clams in the holes that you've excavated. And if you wanted to make clams the most old-fashioned way, you'd soak them for a while to get the sand out, cook them open, and dry them out. And they'll keep that way for quite a long time. You can smoke them as well. Or you can go the modern way and make them into clam on linguine, or put some pico de gallo on them. We learned that Mud Bay is a rich butter clam
very
beach.
Wealthy beach.
And it has been for many generations. You can look back up, you can just see the edge of the midden there. That people have been harvesting clams here for thousands of years. And the clams are still rich, so people have been doing it carefully.
You could see the 3 or 4 or 5 different places we've been to get what we have.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because if you keep digging in one spot, you're not giving the little ones a place to grow back into. When the tide comes in, the little ones will decide which way they're going.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been trying to get the regulations, shellfish regulations, modified into not burying your holes, because the tide will do that naturally. And once it does, the earth knows how to compact itself again. And the clams know how to rebury themselves. Nature's smarter than us.
Well, thank you so much, Rosie.